We have on January 1st, 2019, Phillips Corporation purchased equipment having a fair value of $72,054.94 by issuing a $90,000 note payable in three $30,000 annual installments beginning December 31st, 2019. Prepare a journal entry to record the purchase of the equipment, a schedule to compute the annual interest expense, and the journal entries to record the yearly interest expense and note repayments over the life of the note. So we'll start out with that purchase of the equipment on January 1st, 2019. And we received equipment, so we'll go ahead and debit our equipment account. And there's a discount on the notes payable that we're going to need to debit, and a credit to the notes payable liability itself. So the notes payable is for the full $90,000. The equipment has a fair value of $72,054.94. So the discount would be the difference. Well, getting a little carried away with my clicking. So we have a discount of $17,945. Sure. Okay. 06. So the second part was a schedule to compute the annual interest expense. And so I already kind of filled in the blanks for us. And we can go ahead and fill in the numbers. So I have notes payable minus our unamortized discount will give us the carrying value. And then we'll multiply that by the effective interest rate, which will give us our interest expense and discount amortization. So let's start with our notes payable. And we're going to reference this $90,000 that we have. And this is the notes payable at the beginning of the year. So what's our unamortized discount? That is going to be equal to, right now, this discount. So we're going to say equals minus that number, that's $17,945. And if we add those together, we get a carrying value of $72,055. We go ahead and just add our 2 decimals here so it can be more accurate. Okay, so what's the effective interest rate? We could use the present value of an ordinary annuity table to solve for the interest rate on the 3 periods, or we can use the rate function in Excel. So we'll say equals rate, open parentheses, number of periods, 3, comma, the payment is $30,000 a year, so minus $30,000. And the present value is this $72,054.94. Close parentheses, and we get a rate of 12%. And I'm going to just come in and make that an absolute cell reference because that's going to be true for every year. And then we can say equals our carrying value times our effective interest rate, and we get $8,646.59. Now the net notes payable as of 2020, again, this is the beginning of the year, is going to be our $90,000 minus $30,000, our payment. The unamortized discount is going to be our previous discount, and then we can add this $8,000 to it because that already has been amortized. So we have a total of $9,298.47. This formula we can go ahead and drag over, as well as this one. So in 2020, we have an interest expense of $6,048.18. And now we actually should be able to drag all of this over. So let's see what happens. So now the notes payable at the beginning of the year is $30,000, which makes sense because we're going to pay it off this year. The unamortized discount is the previous discount taken out of what was left as unamortized, so the 3,214, and then that gives us a carrying value, which gives us an interest expense of 3,214.29. And the fact that these two numbers equal one another is a good sign, because it should be, our unamortized discount should be 0 by the end of this year. So now we have our schedule filled out, and we can do the third part of this, where we're being asked to record the yearly interest expense and note repayments over the life of the note. On 12/31/2020, we're going to have a debit to our notes payable, a debit to our interest expense, and then we'll credit our discount on the notes payable and credit our cash. The debit to notes payable, they told us, was going to be $30,000 each time. Our cash will align with that. And we calculated our interest expense and the discount on the amortization. So we have $30,000 for the notes payable and the cash, and we have $8,647, or I guess really $646.59 for the interest expense and the notes discount on the notes payable. Then we can come to 12/31/2021, and we can copy these accounts down. The notes payable is still that $30,000. Same thing with the cash, still the $30,000, and the interest expense is $3,214.29. And I just realized, I apologize, in 2020 we needed $6,084, which means we missed out on the 2019. So let's add some rows. I guess I'm just trying to skip some years. (12/31/2019), we needed to record our $30,000 notes payable and cash, and then the interest expense, that's where the $8,646.59. We'll just add one more row here to create some separation. So there we have our 3 payments, and now at this point, of course, the our discount on notes payable account will be zeroed out, and our notes payable will also be zeroed out after this final payment on December 31st, 2021.